Live. Okay. I think I'm live now. Very aware. Okay, so today's video, we're talking about we need to be smarter in 2026. And all of my topics are really based on someone asked me a question, something came across my For You page, and I just was like, I'm going to hop on live and talk about it. I'm treating my content like I'm trying my best not to be so scripted with everything I do and have more of a human interaction. I find that people resonate with my content more when it feels like a FaceTime phone call. Like, let me get on this FaceTime call with my dog real quick. And sometimes y'all really allow me to get messy and then I have to bring myself back. And sometimes we just have a good old time. So yeah, let's get in. Thank you for joining my live. Thank you for liking my live. And as always, we're live on TikTok and YouTube, but I'm gonna figure out how to merge the two because I did download OBS. It's a software system, and I'm just living my luxurious life, comfy, cozy, not letting anyone's dusty sun stress me out. And I'm sharing with y'all things I wish I knew. On my For You page, well, in general, I'm going to say the reason why I'm saying the title is we need to be smarter in 2026. I'm seeing a lot of women, because that's what I am, a born woman. So that's a topic I'm going to stay on. A lot of women think it's okay to be the sacrifice. A lot of women confuse being the sacrifice as being needed. A lot of women thinking that a man basically hoarding your time is the equivalent of him valuing you when really he's using you. I've seen women find out the man they're laying next to or the man they're dating, they really find out his character when hard times happen. And I wish I would have known this when I first started dating. You will find out more about your partner when they don't get what they want. You're going to find out so much more about your partner when ish hits the fan, when you're not able to be that corporate baddie, or even worse. I don't even say even worse. The video that I saw on my timeline that triggered this conversation was there was a girl on the way to see her man. She's saying in the video, and while she's explaining herself to give us background, she's also telling us how she fell for the trap of being the sacrifice and hoping he would love her back because of her sacrifices. She's saying that hey girl, hey on YouTube, hey. She was saying, oh, I always drive to him. I live in Houston as well. So she was in Houston driving to Katy. If you know, Houston to Katy is like an hour drive. And if you want to do the calculations from Florida, because I'm a Floridian, it's like driving from Fort Lauderdale to Miami. It's an hour drive. Depending on the traffic, it should be an hour. And that's you anticipating traffic. If there's no traffic, 45 minutes. She's saying in the video, you look so damn cute. Thank you. I look cute. Girl, I'm in my robe. I'm in my Macy's little pajama set. This really makes me feel like it's Victoria's Secret because the pink and then the black trim. But thank you, girl. I appreciate that. So she was saying in the video, hey, over here on TikTok, Miss Pretty Wings. I love that song by Maxwell. Oh, wow. Not doing all the work for a man. Yes. So she was basically saying, I'm going to answer y'all questions and interact in between the live. And the full live will be on my YouTube. But I got to be careful with how I promote it on TikTok because every time I say words TikTok don't like, they start to restrict me. So she was saying how she always drives to this man. They've been dating. I don't know how long they were dating, but guess what happened to her, y'all? This is what I mean by you don't know the man you're laying next to, the man you're dating until ish hits the fan. Her tire blew out on the way to see that man. Okay. Where are you from? I was born and raised in Florida. Now I live in Texas, but I'm always going to be a 561 West Palm Beach County girl. Okay. So you're telling me that on the way to see this man in your car that you had to put gas in, that you had to work your 40 hours a weekend and use your resources. You got in the car to go drive to your man to see him like you always do. Because she said in the video, she was always the one to drive to him. Then she started to say how she has the 2024 Honda and she doesn't have a spare tire in the back of her car. She has this weird setup. It's electronic or whatever. She calls the man that she was about to go drive to go see, that's your man, my man, to do whatever they're going to do. I'm just going to leave your imagination to it. To do whatever they're going to do as boyfriend and girlfriend. And he didn't help her. She had to call her 72-year-old father to come and help her. And I don't think y'all date with the intention of finding out if a man is quality material enough to be a husband. Because men are showing you they have baby daddy tendencies, but y'all keep thinking they're husbands. Your father, who's 72 years old, dropped everything he was doing and had to come get you out of your mess, out of you having to pump the gas in your car to drive all these many miles to a man that didn't even care about your well-being. We need to stop acting crazy and getting mad when men have been showing us who they are, when men are showing us they don't care about us. And we try to act confused like, he's just, my thing does this. And I paid so much money for this camera, y'all, so much money. Like, oh, thank you, girl. Like, this was before DJI went popular. I think I'm back on YouTube, but basically this girl, keep liking alive, y'all. This girl been seeing this man for however many months, and a lot of women are finding out that their partners are trash, and they're finding out at the worst possible time. But isn't that how God is designing things? Why don't you start with YouTube Shorts? Actually, all the videos I put on TikTok automatically get posted to YouTube as a short. So my long form content, like my going lives, allows me to interact with you and other people on different platforms. So it feels like you actually know me. Because I feel like as a content creator, that's why y'all like certain people, because you feel like I know her. That's my sis. That's my auntie. That's my cousin. So that's why I'm going live and doing the actual post as shorts on YouTube, because I'm trying to build community. I have a strategy. Yeah. But anyways, I'm seeing it in real time. A lot of women are discovering their partners are not who they think they are. And they're discovering it when they actually need that man and they actually need help. She was driving to go see her boyfriend. She was driving from Houston, Texas to Katy. She got a flat. She called the boyfriend. The boyfriend did not help her. The boyfriend didn't even offer a resolution. She had to then call her 72-year-old father to come help her. And this is why I stress to y'all that dating for love is not enough. He didn't even like her enough to check on her for her well-being. She made an update post today and said that he reached out to her because he saw her TikTok video. He reached out to her at 2 a.m. after the problem was resolved and solved by a 72-year-old man, which is her dad. And it's sad because you were driving over there to see him. You were driving over there to give your time, your body, your resources, everything. Imagine if you got pregnant by that man and now the tire popped. You think he was going to come help you? No. The man he is before y'all have children is the man he's going to be if you decide to build a life with him. It's just going to escalate because of the fact that you're with him all the time. You get to see him for who he is. Why do you think people say when you win money, when you get money, it doesn't change you? It makes you more of who you actually are. All it does is removes the boundaries. That's all it does. That's all marriage, money, power. That's all it does. It makes you more of who you are. But women are in the habit of, I can fix him. I can make this my project. I can create a Pinterest board. I can fix this. And y'all are sick and delusional. And then you come online in your miserable relationships and you're advocating, you're telling women, watch out, men ain't nothing. There are a lot of great men out there, but you're choosing poorly. And then you're coming online to tell us about your poor decision-making skills. And then you want us to feel sorry for you. Why? We want to see more stories of women getting treated properly. We want to see more stories of women picking correctly. So we have hope for our future. But y'all keep intentionally just picking up a man just to be able to say you have a man. You have something to do. Imagine if she took that time to spend with her father to do something he wanted to do. But no, you wanted to go to a man that don't care about you. And then the man that does care about you had to come and pick up the pieces and put you back together. And now you have shame, and now you have trauma, and now you're upset and you're saying, oh my God, I can't believe I was driving to go see him and my tire popped, he wouldn't even help me. How come it took that terrible situation to happen to her for her to realize that man don't like you for real? But I'm not going to keep dogging her. I'm saying all that to say I've been in her shoes and we have to be smarter in 2026. Keep liking alive, y'all, as y'all jump in. Thank you. We have to stop looking at men as this romantic fairy tale, because the stuff that we want, let's be honest, ladies, is unrealistic. We want a lot. We want a lot of stuff that doesn't even make sense. We want the most. We want him to be chivalrous. We want him to be sweet. We want him to be kind. And then we want him to automatically change into this monster that can attack people. That's your guard dog. If he's mean, to other people, he will be mean to you. It's not a switch. He's not going to turn it off because he likes you. He's not going to be gentle with you because he likes you. If he's an aggressive, angry man that has anger issues, that is what's going to show up in the relationship. It's not going to turn off because he's in love with you. He's a person at the end of the day. He's a person when he came into this world. He's going to be a person when he leaves. We all have faults. So I feel like we have unrealistic expectations, and men are right about that. And I hate that y'all make me agree with a man. That's silly. Anyways, the next thing I wanted to say, we have to date smarter. We keep picking up men and figuring out when hard times hit that they don't like us for real. I have figured out the more problems I throw in front of a man, glass skin alert. I wish, but thank you. I have a breakout right here. This happened just the other day, but thank you. I have figured out every time I throw a problem in front of a man, how he responds tells me exactly how he feels about me. Okay. By the way, this is for both men and women. Yes, it is for both men and women. It is for both men and women. It is literally for both men and women. But like I said at the beginning of the live, I'm always going to give advice from a woman perspective because I was born a woman. I can't sit here and tell you advice about from a man's perspective, but it's for men and women. But for women, because I date men, and I'm a woman, for women, we have got to stop thinking if we sacrifice in the beginning of the relationship, there's a reward at the end. That's not how it works. If you sacrifice, you will be the sacrifice, period. There's no in between. Do you ever notice in movies that the person that's selfish gets the most? Regina George off Mean Girls. Why did so many women idolize her? Because she took no BS and she got exactly what she wanted, if not more. Okay? Cruella de Vil. We all know the Dalmatians. We all know she wanted to wear the dogs like fur. We all knew that. Cruella didn't have a man. Cruella was independent, intelligent, and fashionable. But they made her to be the villain. You get what I'm saying? They're always going to make you appear as the villain in these movies when you decide to be a selfish woman. That's why you don't know how to be selfish. I'm studying men's behavior, and I'm going to love this. Girl. I always call y'all girl. I could be wrong if you girl or not. I don't know, child, but girl. My thing is, once I started wisening up and looking at my life and looking for ways to solve it, I promise you, a lot of the men that came into my life were just trying to take away from, they weren't trying to add to. And I'm going to always give a story time. I have so many story times. When I was planning to move to Texas, I was living in Florida. Don't forget how they demonize, Ursula for being a businesswoman. She was a businesswoman. Ursula, give me that voice. You want to do this for a man? Give me your most prized possession, your voice, to stand up for yourself as a woman. Okay? Even though you're Triton's daughter, you came to me. So I'm going to get what I need. Let me see if I can turn up the brightness on this real quick. Oh, the brightness is all the way up, child. TikTok, my bad. Anyways, let us continue. I love the interaction. Keep liking the live, y'all. Thank you. And thank you for showing up here on YouTube. Yay. Okay. So what was I saying? Okay. They always try to make you appear like a villain when you're a woman that's choosing to be selfish. Do you all see the responses women get when they say they don't want kids? People always say to women, well, why don't you want kids? No one's looking at the fact that women, Black women especially, that we're more likely to pass away from attempting to give birth. There's something wrong with our healthcare system. They're not looking at the school shootings. They'll tell you everything, even though the numbers say why we shouldn't do it. They don't care nothing about those numbers. It's the fact that you as a woman has freedom, and that's a problem. That's a problem. You're a woman. You can create life. That means that whatever you believe, your ideologies, the people you give birth to and put on this earth for long after you've left, will also have your ideologies, and it will continue to pass on. That's what legacy is. No one cares what a man does because men are not raising people. Men are meant to lead. Women are meant to build up. But here's the thing. Men misuse that and want us to build them up for their selfish reasons. Okay? We there? We clocking? We liking the live? Girl, that's true. Men try to humble women, especially the pretty ones. Men will try to, the moment they see you're successful, they will try to trap you and get you pregnant. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? What did we do as women that the system works against us? Men are designed to make more money than us, even if they're doing the same exact job. But then here comes a man saying he want to go 50-50. What? The whole system was designed for you to start working sooner than me, for you to be able to work longer than me because of the way you're literally built. And yet you're looking at me as a woman with soft skin, bones that lose density after a certain age. You're asking me to step up as a man and go 50-50 with you. It doesn't make sense. After they reject him, by the way. It doesn't make sense. So I'm saying that women are figuring out who their partners are when ish hit the fan. The example I'm giving, when I decided to move to Texas, I was talking to a guy. I'm leaving everything I know, so I'm saying bye to my friends and all that stuff. I remember telling, girl, you should come here to Europe. Men, they're convincing women they should go 50-50. Okay, you're saying men there. That's why I had to reread it, y'all. I paused. So she's saying basically men in the United States are saying 50-50, but men in Europe are not saying that. I think that's what you're saying, Stephanie. Clarify, please, in the comments. That's on TikTok. Anyways, when I was moving and saying bye to my friends, I remember telling all of my friends, hey, I'm moving, this is so stressful, this is so difficult. A male friend that I have, that I've been friends with for a year and a half at the time, y'all pay attention. We're just friends, never slept with each other, nothing. He's my male friend. He was like, okay, do you need help moving? And I'm like, how are you gonna help me moving? I'm moving out of state. No lie, I'm not even trying to exaggerate. I don't have to come out here and lie to y'all. This man Zelled me $200. And then when I called him, because I want clarification, what's the $200 for? Because, if someone gives you something, they want something in return. I said, is there a deadline to pay this back? He literally stopped me in my tracks and said, I wouldn't give it to you if I didn't have it to give. This is a male friend of mine, y'all. Never seen me naked, never been intimate, nothing. Then you got the guy that I was talking to at the time who's 6 years older than me. I'm telling him about the moving process. He says to me in response to the same thing I said to the male friend, damn, that's crazy, but I know you'll figure it out. Isn't that crazy? You had two different men. One who actually genuinely cares about me. We spend time together. We have a bond, everything. Send me $200 to move. Did not ask me to pay it back. Then you got the man I'm talking to, sleeping with, telling me during my hard time, that's crazy, but I know you'll figure it out. Leaving me out in the cold to dry. You'll figure it out. But did that ever stop him from reaching out to me to sleep with me? No. And I can't even get mad. I share my experiences so y'all know. Hold on, comments are coming in. Okay, Stephanie ain't update us. No, apparently the men in Europe are convincing women to go 50-50. Oh, okay. The men in Europe are doing it. Yeah, at least for Arab, they provide. Arab, we know they provide, girl, but I gotta be careful how I say that next word. Love that for you. The girls on Shira 7 Live say that too. Blocked. Okay, let us continue. It's when hard times hit that a lot of y'all are figuring out this man don't like me. And I'm trying to help y'all figure that out before you're actually in need. Even Steve Harvey said, girl, men have audacity. That's what I've been saying. Even Steve Harvey said the reason why, y'all can look it up in Google. The reason why you have to make sure you're dating a man that is a man of his word, because there will be a time that you actually need him to come through. And that stuck with me, y'all. That stuck with me so hard. Body is crazy. And I'm like, he's right. There's going to come a time in life where you actually need him to show up. You actually need him to do what he said he was going to do. You can't make excuses for him. You can't say it's a misunderstanding and da-da-da. Y'all can't be falling for the okie doke when they say I fell asleep and they know exactly how to find you when they want to sleep with you. They know exactly what to do when they want to have access to your body. Why is it that in the very beginning in the relationship, and it's not even a relationship, the very beginning when they get to know you, they're trying to impress you. They're trying to come off like they're financially stable. All men that choose to date women know women like stability. There's no way around it. We like stability. We like men that can provide and hold their own and are decisive in their decision-making skills. We do not like indecisive men. Indecisive men equals unstable. Stability gone, okay? Bro, most men lack emotional maturity. I swear they think they're with their D's instead of their brain. But we can change that. If more women would naturally date the men that are decisive in their decision-making skills, then every man around that would fall and say, you know what, let me do this and this better, because I'm noticing all the women like this type of guy. Why do you think men look at nice cars the same way women look at nice cars? They know that being in that nice car is the equivalent of status of saying, I have this and I have that. It's the same thing. They know. Trust me, they know. Okay, work hard. I wish you get a ton viewers, and you remember, don't ever become a feminist. Both men and women and female are equal. Best of luck to your creator journey. Watching from India. Okay, thank you, girl or guy. Thank you. I don't know what a feminist is, but I think the definition is a little misconstrued just based on the people and the content they create. But I really appreciate you for coming up and showing up. I really appreciate you. But trust me. Okay, but when you're dating and you're realizing, dang, every time I talk about a problem, I'm left to high and dry. And I understand a lot of men will say to y'all, dang, I just met you. I'm supposed to pay your rent. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that the fact that this woman was driving an hour to go see a man, her tire popped on the way to go see that man. She couldn't even call him to change her tire. He stayed in his bed minding his business. Your dad, who's 72 years old, who should be close to retirement, found the will to get up and come help you. And you're saying to yourself, oh, he's my dad, he's supposed to. But who do you think that man was before he became a father? Do you think he was doing that for the mom before she gave him a child? Of course he did. Because children and situations and power and money just amplify the person you already are. It doesn't change you much. Either you evolve or you decay rapidly because of the circumstances, is what I'm saying. So when I was watching her story and she was like, yeah, I was driving an hour to go see him. He didn't even care. She started crying. She's like, well, ex-boyfriend now. And her feelings are valid. What's worse is you were about to give your body to this man yet again, and he don't even care about you, sis. You was literally living this fantasy, this dream of this man, this my boyfriend. That's why I tell y'all, Shira was right. Long distance relationships are not real. It was easy for me to get rid of the last guy I talked to, long distance. It was easy for me to get rid of the last guy. He didn't do anything for me. He really felt like every time he bought a plate of food, that meant he deserves access to my body. He really thought that, but I can't get mad because I had a hand in that. I allowed him to believe that. And now that I changed my standards, people are I saw a video come up on my For You page from Meg Thee Stallion. She was like, people were so shocked when my past tried to get back in contact with me. Same thing I just experienced, y'all. When your past tries to come back and call you and to see if you're still on the same BS and you're not, people are going to be shocked. They like the version of you that they can use and abuse and throw away and pick up when they want. The worst kind of person you can date is the ghoster. The girl or guy that comes in and out, in and out, in and out of your life. That is the person that will waste your life. That will literally waste your life. And the moment they meet someone they take seriously, that is that game changer that has a hold on them, I promise you that is going to be the person that they choose to marry. And you're going to be dumbfounded at how fast they marry that person. You'll be going from dating a guy that talks about he doesn't want commitment, he doesn't want to get married. The next woman he meets, he marries in no time, plans the wedding, gets the suit. You're going to be like, I begged this man, but why did he do it with me? Because you sat there and you let him play in your face. That other girl came off like, maybe that other girl is in the situation you're in now where she just got out of that relationship where she said the next guy is not going to play with me. And she meant that, and now she's married. Hey, love. Hey, diva. Exactly, girl. Hey, Stephanie. So it's like, you keep saying that men be playing games. Y'all need to check yourselves. Y'all really do need to check yourselves. And it wasn't until I started checking myself that I started getting better quality men to date. I promise you. I never in my life thought I could get a guy to take me shopping on a first date. I never in my life. I always thought these girls was lying. They were sleeping with these men. They were getting tricked on and sleeping with them. And then it happened for me because I put in the work and I believed it. Yep, those ghosts will delay you moving upward. Yep, on and upwards. That's true. When I literally sat down and started reading books and educated myself, I said, okay, there's something wrong with me. There's something I'm allowing to happen because why does this pattern keep repeating but with different men? It's me. I took first step. What do addicts say? The first step to say you're an addict is you acknowledge that you're one. I said I was being a pick-me-show. I was auditioning for men that made it clear they didn't want me, and I still gave them my time, my resources, everything. So I took a step back and I said, now let me look at myself the way the world sees me, not the illusion I have in my mind. A lot of y'all think y'all pretty because men told y'all pretty, but they told y'all pretty so they could sleep with you. You're not really that pretty, sis. And then you find out when y'all go through your breakup or he realizes he can't hit no more, that's when he tells you how he really feel about you. Oh, I got a girl badder than you. I only said that so I could hit. Exactly. But once I took a step back and started validating myself, I started learning how to do my makeup. I did a whole makeup class, y'all. I paid a makeup artist here in Houston, did a whole class. I even posted a little video about it. It was like 16 girls, I think. We had goodie bags to take home. And every day after that makeup class, I practiced makeup. I learned more about my skincare. I took it a step further because what does Rihanna say? In order to have good makeup, you need to have great skin. I took it a step further. I started going to the med spa so my skin could be flawless. So even when I take the makeup off, a man not looking at me like, dang, oh, you look different without a makeup. No, I want it to be valid with or without the product so they can't say I'm materialistic. They can't say that you're like this. You're not really that pretty without makeup on. Why do you think men are so quick to say, take that makeup off? Take her to the pool for the first date. I set my goal to be to transform with or without makeup, with or without wig, long hair underneath. I want when people see my red hair, they're like, why are you wearing wigs? Why are you wearing extensions? Why are you wearing all that makeup? You have beautiful skin. Y'all are even saying glass skin alert. That's because I took myself serious and I started going to the med spa. That's because I took myself serious and I did the makeup class. I didn't try to cut corners and be cheap and try to only learn on YouTube. No shade to people that learn on YouTube. But some of us have to learn in person. Some of us have questions that it's so much easier when the person can answer your question right now. That's why I like going on live instead of having to scroll through all these endless videos to look for an answer. You know what I mean? Like when I first started learning to do my makeup and my under eye was creasing, I was like, why is my under eye creasing? So I kept joining lives of makeup artists doing makeups. And I was like, hey, what are you doing to keep it laying flat? And they answer me in real time. That's why I like live. You can get your answer right away instead of having to look up another video to another question. Now you got more questions. You know what I mean? I love your lives. Thank you, girl. Thank you, girl. And the recap is going to be on YouTube for as long as my DJI and YouTube want to communicate. I'm getting some questions. Okay, hold on. Exactly. Those goals. Okay. Do you date multiple at a time or focus on one? Never date one at a time. You're going to put too much focus on one at a time. You need to be at least dating 3 at one time, in my humble opinion. I'm mad for you. I love your lives. Okay, I'm caught up on the comments here. Once I and it didn't happen until I said enough is enough. I started the med spa, started learning to do my hair, started learning to do my makeup. I had to learn to do my hair because hairstylists were canceling on me. They were taking my deposit here in Houston. I had it happen 6 different times with 6 different stylists, taking my deposit, ghosting me. And I was like, I can't be out here just ugly just because I can't find someone to do my makeup, do my hair. And I started getting on YouTube and learning how to install wigs. I can't even find one to tolerate 6. So yeah, 6 stylists, girl, 6 different. And then I started seeing a lot of comments, people saying that is a known thing in Houston. These people don't really be stylists. They will take other people's work, post it on a fake page, have you send the Cash App money to an account that's not even theirs for real, and then block you after you send it. When the girl blocked me after she took my deposit, I used my burner account and I went and I commented under her page and someone jumped in the comment and was like, yeah, she just did this to me. And then she blocked my burner. And I'm like, oh, she's known to do this. Okay, that's how I feel, let alone multiple. Girl, where you find men, I am in med school. All men in med school are dusty and stingy. This happens in London too. They steal money. I never go to anyone no more. You gotta, if you really that girl, I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm cool with online dating. You can online date. I'm not going to ever talk bad about it. I'm in, I guess NC is North Carolina, and that's why I hate dating. I hate booking sites. I absolutely cannot tell y'all to just stick to online dating. I think you should be doing both. I feel like if you can go out, if you're really that girl, and what I mean by that girl, I mean your personality, your confidence, you can go outside and meet a man, girl. It's not that hard. I have a great personality. Great. Now you got to put a good look to it. And you're golden. I don't think they exist. Just date 4. I really think dating multiple is going to save you a lot of headache and heartache. You're going to have things to compare. Oh, this one is reliable and is a man of his word. Oh, this one is really good at building things with his hands. Oh, this one is, you're not going to be so fixated on all in. What about when it gets physical? It doesn't get physical unless you want it to. That's the problem. I almost said you, girl. The patriarchy has built it so perfectly that you really think you have to date a man and sleep with him. Do you think the man that took me shopping on a first date got coochie out of me the first date? Do you think that? I approach men always. What? Girl, you approach men. Girl, get out of this live right now and go learn to do your hair and makeup right now. You don't even need to be in this live. You need to go fix your face right now. Okay, that's true, but I don't know. We're going to find decent ones. Girl, it's a numbers. It's not about, I'm just going to show up to this place and find a decent man. Y'all got to figure out if y'all even on the same page. I don't know if y'all have ever watched the show, All of Us. Like, no, actually, I want to say Blackish. Blackish is a better example. There's Tracy Ellis Ross, who plays a doctor. And there's, I don't even know his name. Sorry, bro. The guy that plays her husband, for some reason, their in-laws don't get along. There's no cheating. There's no beating. There's no infidelity. But the in-laws just don't get along. Tracy Ellis Ross is portraying half white, half black. She grew up basically having a free will life while her husband was brought up in a ghetto. You know what I mean? And it's not about finding a decent man. It's about finding the middle ground. They're a great couple, but why is it that their in-laws don't get along? They're two different upbringings. You're not just going to go to a random place and be guaranteed a man. That's weird. You need to be going outside for yourself. That's why I say get pretty, learn about your looks. I don't get physical with anyone. Left my butt off. I'm so serious. If you saw you like what you say and didn't approach you, wasn't interested. If he doesn't approach you, he's not interested. Exactly. My problem is y'all keep talking about getting physical. I'm not a prostitute. I'm not a sex worker. Everything I have, I work for. Okay. Fewer men approach beautiful women. I try to give energy to those. The thing is, y'all get me sidetracked with these comments. Hold on. The thing is, you are so used to having to give something up in exchange. Okay. Just when I had to get it in my mind that I don't have to give anything. What is it about you that has such low self-esteem that you believe you have to give something up in order to get something? Why do you think that? Okay. I'm reading comments on TikTok. Why? Who put that in your brain that you have to literally give up your physical body just to get a little bit of attention? Why do you think that? Okay. Yeah, that's weird to me. That sounds like Smex work. I'm sorry. Exactly. The ones that aren't serious are just going to fall off. I think it's really, is that Corey? Hey, Corey, on TikTok, y'all. I mean, on YouTube, y'all. Hey, Corey, we like Corey. We love some Corey, okay? Cannon Corey, is that Cannon? It is Cannon Corey. Cannon Corey is that guy, y'all. Y'all, I wish you were on TikTok, Corey, because then I could shout you out better. But oh well. What's up? Corey's that guy, y'all. Corey, he'll spend some money on you, y'all. Let me shut up. All right, I'm done. Hey, Corey. Anyways, it's weird to me when y'all ask me, what about when it gets physical? Why would it get physical? Why would it get physical? Did you offer him your body? Are y'all dating exclusively where you know he's not going to bring you STD, STI? And even if you're exclusive, you know he can still cheat, right? He has free will. I walk in confidence and like this is why I tell y'all read books. Just like it says in the Bible, faith comes by hearing, by the renewing of your mind. Faith comes by hearing, by repeatedly telling yourself a new story. Corey said he's going to hop on TikTok. So we're waiting for Corey because he that, Corey's here. Y'all see, I never act like that with a man. What does that tell you? Corey allows me to be a woman when I'm around him. That's why I act like that. Okay, y'all, please send Corey some love. Send Corey some love. Corey is amazing. Corey is that guy. He's a streamer. He has Twitch. He's a YouTuber. He's a content creator. He edits videos. His videos are so fire. Corey's that guy. Y'all show some love for Corey. Show some love to Corey. Corey's that guy. Like, I absolutely adore Corey, okay? I pinned his comment just so y'all can show love. Corey is not a Dusty. We like Corey. Corey got money. And Corey is not stingy with his money. You would never sit there hungry. Corey will take care of you. That's all I'm going to say. Corey, I'm done shouting you out. I'm done shouting you out, Corey. I'm done giving praises. Back to my topic. Okay, back to my topic. Women are finding out they have trash partners when they get into trash situations, okay? Y'all are finding out because y'all didn't vet them properly, okay? Y'all didn't sit there and take the time to put him through trials and tribulations and figure out who is this man that is approaching me? Why is he approaching me? What is it that he sees in me? Does he see me as an easy woman, a lady of the night? A lot of them don't look at y'all to commit. A lot of y'all just look at y'all for the beauty you have in that moment. That's it. They're not seeing a white veil and thinking they're going to marry you. My coat is getting hot. Lord. Alexa, what's the weather? Hot. Oh, that's why it's getting hot. It's getting hot. 73. This morning it was like not that warm. It was foggy this morning. So I was like, I'm not driving to church in this. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Another situation that happened was, I remember getting into a car accident, y'all. And my car ended up being a total loss. Why had so many women telling me, I want to say homegirls at the time, coworkers, after my car accident, why this girl said to me, oh, and when you get paid, don't forget about me. What is that supposed to mean? Do I owe you money, sis? That I was unaware of? My car has been a total loss. I'm injured, and you're telling me when I get paid, don't forget about you? What? There are people that feel entitled to you just because they know your name, okay? Not knowing you. Cute couple. Who's a cute couple? My friend just fell and hooked up with someone. I prayed with her, but remember boundaries, y'all. Yup. Must be nice. It's cold here now. Girl, it was cold a while ago. People are weird. People are extremely weird, but you find out who people are, bro, why this happened to me. I just lost my car and you joking. No, for real. When I lost my car and she said that, man, them scissors couldn't come out fast enough. I cut her off like I was Edward Scissorhands. Girl, get out of my life. And I was in shock. I just lost my car and you're talking about this payment I'm about to get. I did get paid. And guess what? I ended up getting a promotion to a job that paid me more too. That was out of that building altogether. It was wonderful. God was like, girl, I'm not even gonna let this person be able to look at you in the face again. Out. Okay. Thank you, Jesus. But faith comes by renewing your mind. Y'all need to be reading books. Y'all keep trying to just come online and let someone spoon feed you something. You're not going to be stable. You're not going to have the confidence you need. That's why I told y'all I did the makeup class. Can't nobody talk bad about my makeup when I put that makeup on. I have a whole makeup artist. Guess whose makeup she did, y'all? Tony Fine. Yeah, she's done celebrity makeup. So I feel like when I put my makeup on, I know exactly what I'm doing. I know it look good. Can't nobody tell me nothing about my makeup. There are times I go into Sephora with a full face. And you know what? The gays be like, okay, come through, B. I remember walking through Macy's. You know how they usually try to sell you stuff? And I promise you, every person I saw walking in front of me, ma'am, you want to buy this thing? Try this perfume. She saw me. She put the perfume down. She said, yes, you better work. I was like, oh, okay. It boosts your self-esteem where you don't need a man to compliment you for free. Because every time you step out the door, someone compliments you. It becomes your new normal. Yes, Power. Okay, The Subconscious Mind is a great book. Okay, every time I try to tell y'all different books to read, y'all act like y'all slow, like y'all don't know, y'all incapable. But when it comes time to figure out a man, y'all know how to go through his algorithm, through his following. Y'all waste so much time trying to chase behind a man. It's weird to me. It's so weird to me. I wish I had more self-esteem. I'll tell y'all how to get more self-esteem instead of getting a man. And y'all come onto my page and y'all ask me, how do I get a man to give me this? It's silly. Girl, I get stares and stuff, always shower compliments and never asked out. Exactly. There are times where I'm out with a man and a woman will come to our table and say, I love your hair. I love this. I love that. And I can see the look in his eyes to know if he likes me or not, how he's responding. There are times women, you know how women were so friendly, especially Black women. I don't know about this type, but this type is the one I'm talking about. There are times where out in public and Black women just start conversation with me. It's like he's not even there. It's literally like he's not even there, even though we're on a whole date. There's a time I went to a restaurant by myself. I just got done shopping at the mall. I went by myself. There's a group of women on the side of the bar. They're chilling, hanging out. There's two guys across from them. One sends a drink over to me. I remember hearing them Black women laughing, cattling, having their conversation. The moment the waitress came over to me and was like, oh, this gentleman wanted to buy this drink for you, that whole table of women got quiet. And I'm thinking to myself, this is why I don't like going out in groups. Because when you're singled out and you're getting attention, those girls are going to be jealous of you. But another thing is going out by yourself, you're more approachable. A man is not trying to approach a group of women. That's so dangerous. They're really likely to get denied because one of the girls might be like, oh, he don't look good. He dusty. And that don't even be the girl you're trying to talk to. Women will talk their friends out of a man approaching them. That's why I like going out by myself. And how do you go out by yourself? You got to look good. Of course, you don't want to go out by yourself. You've got too much blush on. You don't know how to draw your eyebrows. Of course, you don't want to go out by yourself. None of your clothes fit you because you haven't been to the gym. Of course, you don't want to go out by yourself. All you own is sweatpants. Of course, but not me. Every day of the week. Ooh, where are we going now? You can ask Corey. Every time Corey has been over and we hung out, I would literally change my wig because I knew Corey was going to get content. Every time Corey would see me, I'd be in the bathroom. Whoa, let me change my hair. Let me switch it up. And he'd just look at me like, girl, you changed your hair again? Hell yeah, you said we doing content today, right? And I didn't have to book a stylist. I didn't have to call someone, depend on someone. I was able to do that on my own, standing firm. Get what I'm trying to say? The blonde, I love the blonde. It made me feel raunchy. It made me feel ratchet. It made me feel like, yeah. A side that they never get to see. A side that the internet will never get to see. That's all I can say. But yeah, y'all be wanting to go out in groups. And another thing I hate y'all do, y'all will talk bad about another woman's situation and don't be having no man of your own. Some of y'all come on my live and tell me about how your friend is dating a Dusty and where's your man at? And the reason why I say that is because it's so easy to look at someone's situation and be like, I'd never do this. I'd never do that. Well, where's your man? Y'all know the single women have the most advice to give and the happily married women are not online. They're too busy being happily married. Happily married women, I know I have multiple women in my family that have been happily married for 20 plus years. They don't get online and post their husbands. You know why? Because women are nasty. Women will literally go find their husbands and try to start an affair, start some infidelity because they already know that man is good. He's been vetted by his wife. And once I started paying attention, none of my cousins, my sister, nobody I know that's happily married comes online and keeps posting her husband. Oh, look, my good man. Look at my good man. Because they know you're attracting women to that good man. Stop doing that. When you have something good, why do y'all have to keep bragging about it and telling people you're a solo individual and people are following you for you? But for some reason, a lot of y'all get in relationships and that becomes your identity. That becomes your new content. Now I'm married. Let me brag about my ring. Let me brag about how I used to cry being single. And now I'm so happy that I have this. And you're bragging about a ring while you're still at work. I don't want what you have, sis. When I get married, I don't want to work anymore. I want to be able to own a business and he's invested in that. I want to be able to pick his brain and know how to build my business. I want to have properties. I no longer want trabaja. No trabaja, no más for me. That's cool if you want that, but not for me. And I get it. You're probably a surgeon. You probably got your degree. I do not want to see another W-2 as an employee when I get married. I want to be on the business level. Okay. That's all I'm saying. Corporation. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Pick your battles. Never post what makes you happy, girl. Because the internet will tear you down. They will tear you down and chew you up like a dog and throw you for filth. Can y'all keep liking the live though? Y'all see I'm dehydrated talking. Okay, so back to the topic because I was getting sidetracked. Y'all keep putting yourselves in situations where you need a man and then you figuring out that's not your man. That's not your man. That's not your man. That's when you finding out he's not your man. You're confusing the fact that he's coming off like he need you to be your value. Oh yeah, but he keep calling me. I remember staring at my phone when this man called me, just staring at it. And I just asked myself the simple question, why is he calling me? Yeah, I went through the whole conversation in my head of we like each other, we're talking, but if he really liked me, why he ain't locked me down yet? Then I started saying, why is he calling me? No, for real. Why are you calling me, sir? I remember him calling me on FaceTime. He was at the liquor store and the lady at the liquor store was asking him for his ID and here go his ego. He on the phone with me on FaceTime. He's like, oh, I still got it. They asking for my ID. Mind you, he's in his 40s. Not saying you can't look good in your 40s. Keep up with me. It's about mentality. Oh, I still got it. She asking me for my ID. He's trying to get his ego stroke. When he said that, I looked away. Just like how y'all see me now, you can tell I'm not looking at the camera and my focus went to something else. Then he got quiet. He gave the person his ID. He walked out to the car. When he got in his car, then he says to me, oh, my bad. Now you have my undivided attention. Notice I didn't have to say a word for him to realize when you get on this phone and you call me for my time, you give me your undivided attention. Anything outside of that, you're trying to waste my time and I'm not going. So while he's sitting in the car, he's like, yeah, I was just calling to see what's up with you. I haven't heard from you. This was when I just transitioned into I'm no longer letting men waste my time when I date. So he's trying to have casual conversation. He's trying to figure out why did I stop calling him? And I was like, did I say I was going to call you? And he said, dang, are you mad at me? Because now for the first time I was being firm. For the first time I was giving boundaries and I wanted the boundary to be respected right then. I wasn't letting him get away with stuff anymore. And that's how you know a woman done with you, when the HR come out of her. Keep liking the live, y'all. Thank you. So then I'm like, no, I'm not mad. But I think the last time we spoke, you said you're going to buy me a plane ticket. Then he tries to come with the BS. Oh, I've been busy with work. As soon as he said busy with work, guess what, y'all? I said, stay busy with work. And I hung up in his face. I hung up on him because why would you say you're going to do something and not do it? Hold them accountable. I didn't tell you to buy me the ticket. You kept telling me you want to see me, you want to see me, you want to see me. Who going to pay for the ticket? Me? You want me to buy the ticket. You want me to show up groomed with my hair done, nails done, and that's expensive for a woman. You want me to park my car at the airport and pay for parking. You want me to get on a plane. You want me to pay for the luggage to carry on, fly down to where you are, roll around on the mattress with you, and then come back home and you can't even claim me as your woman. That's what you want me to do. I started putting boundaries and I put them firm. I'm talking about firm. So after he realized I wasn't doing that, guess what happened? I wish I could make this up, y'all. Within a week, he ended up driving to me. But I'm sorry, it still wasn't clicking for him. He thought all I was saying was, you got to come see me. No, I was saying you have to respect me because guess what? When he came to my city, he picked up the phone like he always do. I remember because I was getting my hair done. I was under the dryer. I seen a FaceTime phone call. I didn't answer. Then me and the hairstylist, we laughing. I see another FaceTime phone call. And the hairstylist, this was before I privacy screened, but now I have a privacy screen because now I realize these hairstylists be looking at y'all phone screens, y'all. It's not their fault. They're standing over you. She said, dang, who that keep calling you? And I buzzed out laughing. I was like, a man just trying to waste my time, girl. I didn't answer then. As I'm leaving my hair appointment, I'm going to my door to open my door and get in the car. Another FaceTime phone call. I'm like, my God, why is this man blowing up my phone? He didn't want to buy me a plane ticket. So I waited intentionally. I let my whole day, my whole afternoon go. Now, I think my hair appointment was done. Let's say my appointment was done at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. By 8 p.m., I called him back. I didn't call him back FaceTime. I called him back regular phone call because I was removing all his privileges he thought he had on me. The hold he thought he had on me. I was showing him now respect is earned. It's not given. You starting all over from scratch. So when I answered his call, or I think I called him regular, I was like, hey, what's up? He's like, oh, I was just seeing how you doing. And I don't even want to do small talk. I was like, yeah, but why are you calling me? He's like, oh, I'm in your city. I was like, really quiet. Listen. Do you see how quiet it is? Do you see how you don't hear that weird fire alarm beep? It was quiet, just like this. I didn't say anything. He's like, hello? I'm like, yes, hello. Why are you calling me though? He's like, oh, I'm in your city. So you're telling me you avoided buying the plane ticket and you thought what I was saying is you can come over here. No, that's not what I was saying. You're not a man of your word. I'm done dealing with you. And I told him, my response was literally, be safe, have fun. That man hung up on me. That man got so mad that I had standards and boundaries and I stopped rolling around on the bed with him and I wanted to hold him accountable to what he said he was going to do. He hung up on me. So I had to calm myself down because I have a reckless mouth. If y'all know me, I have a reckless mouth. The Lord had to save me from my mouth. I waited 24 hours and I called him back the next day. And I said, hey, I don't appreciate the fact that you thought it was okay to hang up on me yesterday. He tried to lie to my face and say he didn't hang up on me, y'all. So who hung up on me? There's only 2 people on the phone. Who did the hanging up? Then he tried to say, then he tried to basically pick up the topic of, oh, you having an attitude with me. And then I straight lashed on him. I said, I think you contacting me is stupid. Why do you keep driving to a city where a woman doesn't want you? When is it going to get through to your head? He said, oh, I'll never do that again. Then he hung up. But girl, that was in 2024. Why did he just call me on Monday? This is how they are. If you don't stand firm in your boundaries, all they do is think they can spin the block again. Men really believe in their mind that you're going to forget their BS behavior. You're going to forgive it and they're going to come back and circle the block on you. It's really, really important that you shut that door. It's really, really important that when you're deciding that you're going to change your life, your past can no longer access you. That is so, so, so important. There are men that are going to come back into your life just to finish off the job. It had nothing to do with liking you. He just wants to stroke his ego to say, I had access to her again. And now that he sees that you're serious and you're really firm, you started cutting him off and you never did that before, he's just going to try to sleep with you and then throw you away because now he knows the game is over. The game is done. Baby, he's blocked. I went live on TikTok a few days ago and read all his texts out loud. He's blocked. They always spin the block, especially now, girl. When women start to say, you know what, I need to see the quality of man up front before I get emotionally attached and I'm on the phone with you, before I let you have access to my body, before I tell you about how my day was, before I tell you how many siblings I have, when y'all start demanding to see the quality of man up front, you will have a different dating experience. Thank you for the likes, y'all. Keep liking the live. Your quality of men will change. I promise you. I'm telling y'all this because it all started with me. And there's a wonderful creator on TikTok and on YouTube. His name is Trent Shelton, and that's his slogan. It all starts with me. Motivational speaker. He's always talking about, you know, changing yourself internally. Hey, where did you get your chair? Shoot, girl. I don't know. Probably Amazon, most likely. And then I am in life. It validates their sexuality. It stops them from being outcasted. And you know what happens when you keep your legs closed? You meet a decent man that doesn't have to, I don't know what's going on YouTube. We're back. I don't know how much cut off, but oh well. Okay, YouTube. Once you start to get in your mind, you do not have to open your legs. And I tell you, every time I come on live, I tell y'all which book to read. I made 3 videos on my TikTok, which books to read. And y'all still get on my live and ask me the same question. I get it. A lot of y'all might be new. I might be reaching a different audience. I get that. But here's the thing. If you're looking at a content creator that creates content, maybe look at the content they create. Maybe that content is to help you. Oh my God, maybe that's what she's doing. Maybe she's trying to help you. But y'all still go out in the wilderness and play dumb for a man just to get chosen. And then y'all get chosen by a poor, pissed man. And it's weird. And then later in life, because you've been with him so long, you find out he's a pedophile. He lacks self-control. He paid for 304s. The 304s he be claiming don't deserve the time of day he be paying for. Now you're finding out all these new things about him because you didn't vet him. That's your responsibility as a woman. The same way you get on live and you're asking me, you're typing with your hands on your internet, on your phone that you paid for, or your mom paid for, or your dad, whoever, the same way you typed up, well, what do I do when it gets physical? It's the same way you can get into Google and ask Google or even ChatGPT, how do I date a man without having to give up my body? It's the same way you can do that. But what do? You come into my live and you tell me, when you ask me the question, what happens when it gets physical? You know what you just told me? You're the kind of woman that compromises because you're already offering your body. What do I do when it gets physical? The women that don't offer their body, you know what they say? You know what they say to me? How'd you get him to do that? They don't mention anything about smacks. Y'all do that. Y'all are low-hanging fruit. And I'm telling you that because you need to hear it. Because a man not going to tell you that. Why would he tell you that? So you don't sleep with him? I'm going to tell you that because I don't want to sleep with you. I'm going to tell you that because you need to hear it. You sound silly asking me that question. What do I do when it gets physical? Who said it has to get physical? Y'all think I get taken shopping and have to open my legs for these men? Are you dumb? Are you crazy? Do you know what happens when a woman opens her legs to a man? She can get pregnant. She can get STD, STI. Women are being unalived by their male partners. You know how high the risk of my life, the change in my life happens when I open my legs to a man, especially one that I didn't vet? I'm likely to die, either by childbirth or by the hands of that man that I opened my legs for. And you're telling me you came on the live to ask me, how do I allow a man to use your body? Instead of, how can I use my brain to stop him from using my body? You sound silly. You sound silly. You sound silly. And I'm holding your hand when I say this. You sound silly. Really silly. You sound crazy. You need help. The real question should be, how can I use my brain to stop him from using my body? That's the real question. That's how I know you're serious and you want to change. How can I use my brain? Can y'all keep liking the live? Thank you. Okay. How can I use my brain to stop a man from using my body? Okay. Are we all on the right page now? Can I talk about that instead of talking about how to be useless and let a man use you and then you'll come on the internet and cry and hope people are empathetic? Can we now talk about being a smart girl? Are we there? Okay. Seek God. And yeah, I said that earlier in my live, Mags. Faith comes by hearing and hearing. I've been telling the girls what books to read, to hear, to see, to read, to know better. And all they keep asking me, what do I do when it gets physical? You pick up your Bible. Let it get physical there. When he tries to take you to the bedroom, ask him, are we getting ready for church? Are we about to pray? What's going on? When he tries to kiss you and tries to open your legs, ask to go through his phone. I bet you never done that. I bet you never done that. And guess what? Guess what? You know how I know you never done it? Because you sound scared. You sound scared to ask a man to go through his phone before you open your legs. So you want me to open up my body and I can't even go through your phone? I can't even know what I'm getting myself into. Instead, you're throwing yourself into the situation with this man. You're catapulting, I'm saying this wrong, catapulting yourself into a disastrous situation. You haven't vetted. You don't know if that's his real name. You don't know what kind of diseases run in his family, what kind of addictions that his history shows. But you want to know how to open your legs for a man for a good time, not for a long time. And he's going to leave you with a what? A wet butt and an empty purse. But I leave with a full purse and dry panties. Yes, my teeth are natural. Thank you. My teeth are natural. TikTok is asking questions. I don't think I have any questions on YouTube. No. So anyways, let me wrap this up because I haven't eaten for today and I actually have stuff to do. The real question you need to be asking yourself is, how do I use my brain instead of letting a man use my body? And you're going to get the most. Okay? You're going to get the most. Stop thinking you have to give your body to get a man. Keep liking alive. And for the ones that are liking alive, thank you for liking alive. Stop thinking you have to use your body. Who said that? I had braces for 1 year. Who said that? Who put that in your brain that you have to open up your body to all of this chaos in order to have a man or a relationship with a man? Who said that? And why do you believe it to be true? That's weird to me. So you need to read the book Ho Tactics, H-O Tactics. Somebody type that in the comment section so I can pin it, by G.L. Lambert. And I promise you, that's the beginning. But what did I say? It's not just reading books. It's not just reading books. Hold on, y'all. I gotta block somebody. Block account. Okay. We block you, Uncle Sammy, with your broke ass. Anyways. Okay, thank you for putting that in the comment. Let me pin it. Okay, thank you. Okay, you're going to read this book that's pinned. Okay. I feel like I got this question yesterday when I was on live. I had 4 wisdom teeth and they're all gone. What else? Are y'all dentists in the making? Why are y'all in my mouth right now? But okay, Renee, didn't I tell you the men that are going to come into my comments are the dusty ones fighting for their life? If I tell women to stop dating men like them, their breed dies off because no one dates them. Their homeboys are going to isolate them because their homeboys are going to realize they're not sleeping with women. Who are they sleeping with? He got to be G-A-Y. Their homeboys are not going to talk to them. Their homeboys are not going to be friends with them. Him having access to a woman actually helps him in his livelihood, especially amongst his peers. So, of course, the men that are in the comments are saying stuff. Those are the ones that are telling on themselves. Those are the ones that have nothing. That's why they have to come here to defend their bloodline of nothing. Okay? We all on the same page? Okay. So y'all need to be reading books to renew y'all mind. There's no way you're going to get through this by getting on someone's live every day and listening. You need to do the inner work. Look at yourself and be actually for real about what you need. Keep liking alive. I love that we're at 9.3K, but I really think we can get to like 11K likes. I really believe that. I really do. And anyways, what's the next book you were going to mention? Hey, Steph. I said G.L. Lambert, Ho Tactics. That was one. And G.L. Lambert, he has a whole series, Date Like a Spartan, Why Men Don't Love Women Like You. Then the other book I like is Why Men Love. That is for the girl that's basically you in your long-term relationship, and you need to know how to keep your husband interested in you without getting bored. Because now that you got the ring, what's next? How are you keeping his attention? How are you keeping this relationship alive instead of dissolving? You know what I mean? The person asking about your teeth. I answered questions yesterday about my teeth. I feel like I'm kind of being trolled because this guy that I had cursed out, he had this disgusting looking set of teeth. And I basically talked about the weird brown stains on his teeth. I was like, bro, like you need to get that looked at, maybe surgery. But I already answered questions about my teeth yesterday, and you oddly asked me stuff about my wisdom teeth that I answered yesterday. That's oddly specific. Something doesn't sound right there. Something really doesn't sound right there on TikTok. But anyways, that's what it's meant to do. People are meant to come into the chat and try to derail the chat. Thank you for the 11.2K likes. Derail the chat so that y'all don't get what y'all came here for. Can we keep the likes going and stay on topic? You need to be reading books to sharpen your mind and stop letting men use your body instead of your brain. Okay? You think I got here by hoping and wishing a man would come into my life and wave his wand and change my life? I was doing the work. That's how they see value in you, because you were already valuable when he met you. You don't want a man to be able to say he made you. That's one of the worst things you can give over to a person, any person at all, except for your mother, because she literally made you. But y'all be wondering what other books. I just mentioned G.L. Lambert called Whole Tactics, Why Men Don't Love Women Like You, and the book Why Men Love. Okay, I just gave you 3 right there. The other side of everything is y'all don't take time to look in the mirror and look at what's wrong with you. You're so focused on the fact that I'm told I'm pretty, I told I'm attractive. A lot of these comments are coming from men who want to sleep with you. They're all lies. You're attractive because he wants to sleep with you. I just asked AI. You asked AI what? What? About the brain and body thing? I discovered you today. Thank you for teaching. Okay. I don't know why we're fixated on my teeth. They're real. They're mine. They're not veneers. I actually want to get them clean. I get them cleaned every 6 months, but I want to get them whitened. Okay. Anyways, yes, I'm blown away. Y'all need to stop being so fixated on how to give yourself over to a man. You keep figuring out how to hand yourself over to a man, but you haven't figured yourself out. But beauty, well, they may not be lies, but I'm saying that a lot of it could be lies because they want something out of you. Because they want something out of you. That's what I'm saying. You might be pretty for real, but let's be for real. When a woman compliments you, don't you take that as more of a genuine compliment versus when a man compliments you? It only makes sense. Now I have a script. Said the same thing you said. Now I have a script. I don't know what I said, girl, but you cracking me up. Jamaican rude boy. They need to have beauty in your mind. You need to have a beauty standard for yourself. No one told. I was getting called pretty and attractive before I learned to do my makeup. But I remember seeing a video saying, let's think about it. If Rihanna walked into a room, we're gonna say 2 versions of Rihanna. Rihanna with no makeup and Rihanna with all her Fenty. Which Rihanna you think gonna win? Rihanna's a gorgeous, gorgeous girl without no makeup. But Rihanna with makeup? Next level. You can be as beautiful as you want to be naturally, but makeup heightens. Makeup gives that illusion. Makeup creates. Makeup brings you in, draws you in. Makeup is alluring. I've had full-blown conversations with women just about makeup that I don't even know. I've had full-blown conversations in the grocery store about my outfit just because a woman wanted to compliment me. And I'm talking about women that don't look like me, that look like they're Karens, that look like they belong in HR, that I'm thinking at first while I'm grocery shopping, I'm thinking this woman is profiling me. Why the hell she keep looking at me like that? And then she stops me, she put her hand on her hip, she says, I just have to say, you are wearing that dress. That's a beautiful dress. Where did you get that dress from? Sometimes when you come off classy, high class, elegant, people gonna stop you and wanna know, where did you get the money to look like this? Because your people are not known to look this put together. So who is helping you do this? And it's all me. Y'all keep wanting to go for the aesthetic of trendy fashion, fast fashion, cheap fashion, spandex, spandex, spandex. Some of y'all look like sumo wrestlers. You need to get in the gym. I'm telling you this while I'm holding your hand. You need to get serious about your body goals. You need to get serious about how you apply makeup. You need to get serious about your dentist appointments. You need to get serious about seeing the OBGYN, but not letting a man hit. I'm on birth control and I'm not letting anybody hit. The pajamas are from Macy's. Macy's. Okay? Y'all are not serious enough about y'all lives. Y'all just want to know, how do I get a man? And no one's asking questions about their self. And the reason why a lot of y'all not pulling off what y'all want is because you don't look like the woman that he should be spending money on. Imagine me Look like it's gonna rain. Imagine me pulling up say my homeboy's a baller shot caller. He's like, bring your baddest to the club. We got money. I'm like, okay, let me call the gold diggers. Gold diggers unite. We all show up in our best and you come with no makeup on. You think they're gonna spend money on you? What? They're gonna look at you and say, she can't even afford makeup. Point and laugh. Y'all ever seen how men act when there's an unattractive woman that they have to put up with that's in the room? Have y'all ever witnessed that? They clown their homeboys. They'll be like, under their breath a lot. Y'all ever seen what happens when there is an attractive woman in the group? All of them are just magnets. They're staring at her. One is over here trying to fix a drink, trying to have casual conversation with her. They're trying to pull her away little at a time because it's a secret competition going on. But have you ever seen what happens when you're not the attractive woman out of the group and they're attractive women? No one is looking at you. No one is, I swear to you. They're wondering, why are you here? Who invited you? Men are actually really mean when you don't look good. They're really mean to you. Then you really see who the hell they are when they don't like you, when they don't want you. And I'm trying to show you how to, try to talk to you and tell you how to be in love with yourself. Build yourself. It doesn't matter if he compliments you or not. He can't take it away because he didn't build it. When you're that firm of a woman, you start to encounter a different kind of man. That's when you're going to meet the businessman, where he's like, oh, my girl can't be taken that easily. My girl can't be just taken away that quickly. She's not one of them. She's cool in who she is. She know who she is. A lot of y'all don't know who y'all are. That's why y'all need a man to be an accessory. Just to say I have a man. Just to say I have a piece of a man. Look at me complying with society. I have a man. And he be trashed the whole time. Whole time. Buckets. Not landing one hoop. Ew. Ew. Okay. This is a really good topic. I just got out of a relationship. How do I glow up and heal? Look at all your insecurities. Every single last one of your insecurities. Every one of them. The ones you can't even say out loud because you're embarrassed. And figure out how to fix it. One of the girls just said they put some stuff in ChatGPT and ChatGPT gave them a whole list of things. Chat, hey, I have a problem with my skin. This was wrong with my skin. Take a picture of your skin, put it in ChatGPT. Chat, how can I fix my skin? Chat, I want to dress like this and this person. Kenya Moore. I love me some Kenya Moore, darling, because she's my complexion. She's a beauty queen. She's been the beauty standard for a really long time in the Black community. She's a businesswoman. She makes more money than the man she married. She's able to stand on her own even after that divorce. She's able to give her daughter True a college fund where she don't have to chase behind no man. Despite the fact that Kenya Moore had a really bad relationship with her mom, she's still standing. I admire her. I would always look at pictures of Kenya Moore for my fashion sense because she's my complexion. It's easier for me to know what shades will go well with me because Kenya Moore, with all the money, she's already leading the way. Look at someone with your skin complexion, with a good fashion sense, and start to mirror them and pick up from there and add in your own fashion, add in your own style, piece it together. Keep liking it alive. There's a lot of y'all in here. Please don't leave me hanging. Please help us to stay out. Y'all know this is not a game. Okay? Instead of spending so much time focusing on healing, call that over your life. God, thank you for healing me. Even though I don't feel it, I know that you're still here. God, thank you for allowing me to go through that breakup, but I'm not broken. Start speaking over your life. Stop coming off defeated. God, thank you for this heartache. I know I'm alive and well. God, thank you that man left. Now the right man can come in his place. God, thank you for not allowing me to be a sacrificial lamb to a man that don't even like me. Start speaking over your life. That's how you get up. That's how I got up. Every day, journaling, every day, writing. Before I get up and work and clock in for somebody else, I'm clocking in with myself. I'm getting up, I'm journaling, I'm going to the gym. I'm not even kidding, y'all. Y'all see an unfinished product. I'm this far because I invested in me the moment I realized I didn't like what I saw. That's how I got here. Clocking in with myself. You need to have real stop telling y'all friends y'all business. I promise you they don't care. I promise you. Talk to ChatGPT before you go tell all these people your business. Please, I beg. Anyways, I'm going to do another 5 minutes and then I'm out of here because I got stuff to do. But Y'all need to stop putting yourselves in these situations where men can use and abuse you. You're smarter than that. You're a smart girl. You made it this far in life. You just don't know any better. And I'm trying to help y'all know better. Please don't come in this chat wasting my time asking me, what do I do when it gets physical and allowing a man to use your body? That's silly to me. That shouldn't even be on the table. A man using your body for his physical pleasure, but he want you to open your leg. And I said this before. He wants you to open your legs like a wife, but he can't open his wallet like a husband. That doesn't make sense to me. It will never make sense to me. If he can't open his wallet like a husband, you should not be opening your legs like a wife. That doesn't make sense to me. We're done with that, okay? Like, stop. Stop trying to figure out, how can I be the sacrificial lamb? I want this man. You sound crazy. You sound cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I don't even like that cereal. So I don't like that question. I don't like that conversation. I don't like it. I'm not going to be a part of it. I'm not going to coach you on how to sell yourself. I'm not a pimp. I'm not a madame. I'm not going to link you up with your predator. I'm not doing that. I'm going to tell you what you need to do to build your brain, build your brand, build your mindset, and get what you want while doing the least. I don't know what's funny. I have no idea what's funny. What kind of cereal you like? Honey Bunches of Oats. Thank you so much. I don't like cereal. I like oatmeal with protein. The gains, okay? And you know what feels really good about being an attractive woman? Knowing you fine as hell when you walk away, okay? And when you full and happy, you don't be running down men. Girl, y'all think a man can try to convince me to sleep with him off of doing the least when I do the most for myself? I'm spending hundreds of dollars at the med spa for my skin to be perfect. Glass, okay? I'm spending hundreds of dollars, Botox, microneedling, chemical peels, tirzepatide, GLP-1. I gotta be careful saying that on TikTok. TikTok crazy. And then you think that a man taking me shopping on the first day gonna get me to open my legs? I can take me shopping. A man paying my rent a year in advance. So you got me. Wait a minute. You got me. But how many men can do that? Not many. Many men. Many, 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 many men. Oh, how do you stay in your lane and stop lurking at old friends' pages? Girl, first of all, you should not ever be saying stay in your lane. Okay, you're an infinite being. You're not an animal. You can get up today and decide to be something else. If they're not your friends anymore and you're looking at their pages, you're not investing in yourself enough. You're bored. You have too much time on your hands. That's why you're looking over there. If you got a call today, hey, it's Tyra Banks. We want you to join America's Next Top Model. Guess what you're going to do? You're going to get in the gym. You're going to go get your teeth cleaned. You're going to try to show up as the best person you can. You're going to stop looking at their page. You know why? Because you're preparing yourself for your moment. You're too busy looking at moments that no longer exist. You're looking at memories when you need to be creating moments. That's your problem. What's the other question? Hold on. Okay, and nothing they do impress you. Yup. Damn, you look good. Thank you. You out of my budget. Nick, I don't know if you're a real person or not, but you can do a layaway plan. You can use some credit card debt if you're trying to afford a woman in my budget. You feel me? You can pick up the credit card debt. Not me, because I'm a swiper, baby. Anyways, and even if those men can, that doesn't mean they want to. Exactly. P. Diddy. P. Diddy is a billionaire. That girl asked for $5,000. He said, I don't got it. P. Diddy. P. Diddy, Puff Daddy Combs, a millionaire. What? How can you fix focus? Fix focus on what? My camera? On YouTube? Look, boom. I just fixed the focus. I think you're saying fix your focus in life. You need to be excited about your life, not the swiper. Girl, I'm a swiper. Swiper, no swiping. Swiper, no swiping. Oh, man. I'm a swiper, babe. Y'all think I'm lying? I'm a swiper. I'm certified. That's the sound of my card. I'm a swiper, babes. I play no games, okay? Do you have the money or not? What? I know. What? Sir, I know I'm out of your budget. I know. Thank you. This is for American Express. Priority pass. I don't wait amongst the commoners. I go and sit with everybody that has American Express. What? I like you. Nick don't like me unless you got some money. Please don't like me. Then this one's my business card. Oh, little flex. Calm down. Your girl like to swipe. Your girl likes to swipe, okay? Swiper, no swiping. Swiper, no swiping. Like, a man tried to pull this card out on me on the first date. It did not move me. He went to pay. He was like, yeah, it's nothing. And I'm laughing in the back of my brain because I have two of these. I have one for myself and one for my business. He thought this was gonna move me, y'all. He thought this was gonna get him coochie. But I have two of these of my own. That's why you need to have your own investments in yourself, because this couldn't move me. This cannot get me to open my legs. I have two of these. What? Sir, calm down. This is just a dinner date. He was so old. He was so excited to call people and tell them he's on a date with a young lady. Sir, why would he say that? Girl, guy, so my bad. If he ever wants to go Dutch, baby. Anyways, all right, y'all. I said what I can say. Follow me on Tickety Talk, and I actually have the whole live recorded on YouTube. Link in my bio. It's my Linktree link, and my YouTube link is on there. So the whole live is on there. If you were trying to get the name of the book, if you missed the name of the book, it's early on. I gave some really good pointers. I interacted with y'all. I'm hungry AF. I gotta eat. I gotta do what I gotta do. Oh, Nick, you somewhere at night. It's afternoon over here. As you can see, it's afternoon here. And you know what? Y'all be smarter. Stop letting men use your body and use your brain instead. Go into ChatGPT and say, how can I use my brain so a man cannot use my body? And chat will give you some stuff. Okay. We live in a world of AI. We don't have to sit here and be helpless. We live in a world of AI. I better see 100 followers when I get off this live. There's 100 of y'all in here. Stop playing with me. Okay. I'm going to end that live right now on TikTok. If you want to get the recap, it's on YouTube. The whole clip is on YouTube. Can I turn my camera? I think I should turn my camera so y'all know. Hold on. Wait. Okay. Yeah, here's my whole setup on YouTube. So you can catch the video on YouTube, and I interact with YouTube as well while I was on live with y'all, okay? Go on my YouTube channel to catch the entire live. Make sure you follow me on TikTok. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Stop playing with your girl, okay? Okay, adios. I'm ending the live here, and I'm ending the live there.